This is the Stinger. Just watch how much my biceps have to work to pick this up. The key to this robot is its weight, and that saw. Look at that. Isn't that cool? There you go. There you go. They spend so much time making these other bits and bobs, they don't have time to concentrate on the robots. That's a problem.
From Lincoln, Stinger.
Car parts from a Lotus and leather from a trouser belt were used in the 3-month construction of Stinger. The 3mm body shell steel domes come from a gas turbine, and there's a real sting in the tail.
Stinger, 1 horsepower motor in each wheel. Batteries, electronics, everything are inside these wheels here. On the tail, we've got a 6-kilogram tail wheel. When we stop the motors, it rolls over, right over the top, and crashes into the opposition. Very heavy tail wheel.
Robot ears, stand by.
Mace 2 with bot vets Shane Howard and Brian Fountain. And Stinger with the Kevin Scott, Carl Skinner and Jonathan Peli team.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And it's Mace 2 which gets off to the fastest start. In comes Stinger, which, even though it can be flipped over, has what we in Robot Wars call Shrimex, a self-righting mechanism which we've seen in the past can prove so very, very vital. But it's Mace 2 doing all the work there. And again, Stinger goes up and crashes that great grinding wheel against the floor of the arena. What on earth for? Wasted energy here. Being turned by Mace 2. And Stinger crashes off into the distance again like some massive flailing insect, hopping and bouncing around like a mad March hare. In again to a... Do they really know what they're doing? Should we have tested them for booze beforehand, I wonder? Mace 2 in underneath Stinger again. Turning in, toppling, oh, spinning madly. This is great fun. In against the arena wall. They want to give that some punishment. Oh! Well, it was only a matter of time, wasn't it? Absolute Looney Tunes from the Stinger team. Bouncing off Mace 2. Oh, dear. Well, the sting in the tail was that Stinger is well and truly stung. Over and out, I think, for them.
Well, through some amazingly erratic driving, Stinger ends up in the pit and out of the competition. The new improved Mace, Mace 2, goes through.
From Branston in Lincolnshire, Stinger.
A previous UK Championship Grand Finalist.
What have you got that the others haven't?
We got Go Faster stripes. I mean, what more do you want?
Is that it? So how's it going to work together as a team?
Basically, we've worked together quite closely. We've fought each other on a number of occasions to the walls, and I think we're a good team, really. What he lacks, I've got, and what I haven't got, he's got.
Nasty Humphrey has the plough-shaped front. It's tough and it self-rights quickly. Stinger has that flailing tail with the blade axe and spikes. All the controls are in the domed wheels.
Robot ears, stand by.
Let's have a look at the two teams. Nasty Humphrey there on the left, captained by Mick Kerfoot. Stinger, captained by Kevin Scott. Steel Avenger, driven by John Willoughby on the left-hand side. Lightning, driven by Laurie Calvert. In the arena for the house robots, we have Dead Metal with the pincers and the saw blade. And also out there is Mr. Psycho. 2, 1, Lightning is first out with Nasty Humphrey. I advised the Humphrey boys to come back with a better machine after they were dumped in the 4th series of the UK Championships, and they have come back with a better machine. You wouldn't believe it though, would you? Lightning very quick onto the attack. It wasn't a forked attack. It was straight in there, and it wasn't a bolt out of the blue either. You could see it coming, Lightning's attack, and Nasty Humphrey in peril from Mr. Psycho and getting away. Just about. Oh, don't go back on the attack on him, whatever you do. For a minute there, I thought they were about to commit suicide. Lightning pushes under Nasty Humphrey. Did you see? Stinger thirsting for action and waiting to come into the fray. Not necessary. Just see the back there of John Willoughby and Jackie. Jackie Willoughby, the weapons operator on Steel Avenger, very experienced, still watching on. It's still Nasty Humphrey and Lightning at this moment in time. They can tag if they want to. Very even between the two of them, though. Nasty Humphrey with what doesn't look like a very strong axe weapon, to be honest. Lightning, we haven't seen the dual flippers yet. They can tip an opponent left or right. Out comes Stinger. You never quite know with Stinger. Rotates very quickly, flails like some whirling dervish. Difficult to control, has exposed tyres. Is Eliminator, lost to Chaos 2 in a grand final once upon a time. Is out there at the moment, though, very heavy, that sort of Mace axe blade at the end of the flailing arm, and taking on Steel Avenger. Worthy opponent, Steel Avenger, down comes their heavy axe. They were a tag team finalists before in Robot Wars. They back away. Steel Avenger can get up to 15 miles an hour, faster than across the arena than Stinger. Slightly the heavier. There goes the pit button, down goes the pit. They love it. And John and Jackie Willoughby, will they push Stinger in with Steel Avenger? Stinger on the brink, and down! Oh, and Steel Avenger follows through and goes down into the pit as well.
And the judges have made their decision. Based, of course, on style, control, damage, and aggression. And they've gone for Lightning and Steel Avenger!
So in hindsight, what would you have done any differently? Could you have?
Cheat. Cheat big time, I think.
Well,
Just go for it.
Both of you in there together?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have had a lot more fun, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Don't want him.